The family at this time is too shaken to speak, but have expressed their anguish online. But Fairfield police say that they are continuing the investigation so that this won't happen again.
No family should have to go through what this family has went through, and no dog should have to go through what this dog has went through.
Fairfield police speaking with Fox 61 after this 13-year-old Shiba Inu named Kitsu was euthanized. The owner too shaken to speak on camera, but says online that her dog went missing a few days ago, posting this flyer explaining that Kitsu had dementia and anxiety. And at first she was relieved to find out that Kitsu had been found, but when she showed up to claim the dog, it was already gone. Fairfield Police, which oversees animal control, says that 2 animal control officers were called this past Wednesday and found the animal. Police note they found the dog during bad weather at night. In a statement, the Fairfield Police Department said in part, the animal, which was believed to be a coyote, appeared to be in a state of severe distress, suffering from prolonged exposure to the elements. The animal was subsequently brought to our local animal shelter to be humanely euthanized following the department's procedural standards. After review, animal control officers realized the animal was indeed a dog.
The animal control officer that was involved in this incident is a part-time animal control officer employed since January of this year. He's currently been placed on administrative leave pending the investigation that's ongoing.
The department says it recognizes the gravity of this incident and will make sure Kitsu receives justice.
This dog didn't have a voice, and we're going to be this dog's voice in order to really, we're going to investigate this case with sheer transparency, and we're going to let everyone know exactly what happened here.
Fairfield police consider themselves among the many that feel real pain from this incident, but go on to say that this investigation will lead to change. We're in Fairfield. Brian Ditlake, Fox 61 News.
Such a tough story. All right, Brian, thank you.